Hello, I'm Dr. Tess Mauricio. We should all be beautiful inside and out.
The Dr. Tess Show. The Dr. Tess Show. The Dr. Tess Show. The Dr. Tess Show. When it comes to beauty, they say she's the best. But who is this woman they call Dr. Tess in your know? The Dr. Tess Show. The Dr. Tess Show. The Dr. Tess Show. The Dr. Tess Show.
This is the Dr. Tess Show. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited! Talaga, dream come true ito. I'm going to be on the Dr. Oz show.
This is Dr. Oz. This is a big deal. Everyone knows who Dr. Oz is. He's the #1 show right now during the daytime.
I'm the first Filipino doctor to ever be an expert on the Dr. Oz show. And this is a huge, huge honor. You know, not anyone can do this.
What better thing for a doctor than to go on to the Dr. Oz show?
There's all these doctors in the United States that really want to be on the Dr. Oz show. This is like the pinnacle, para tong Oscars. I'm so happy, I'm so excited. Today is a big, big day.
So we arrived in New York, completely beautiful trip. I mean, smooth, nothing. I mean, as far as airplane trips go, perfect. If we could have every airplane trip go that way, that'd be great.
When we arrived in New York, there was already a car service, a limo service, you know, that was waiting for us, courtesy of the Dr. Oz show.
We spend the day just shopping, and we went out to eat.
It was already like around 11 o'clock, and I'm still supposed to study, you know, my script and how my segment, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity to walk around New York City. Okay, we're at Rockefeller Center. It's so romantic. I've seen it in movies. The skating rinks behind me. It's magical, and it's a little bit colder now, so it really feels like winter, but not too cold that it's scary to be outside, but it's amazing.
We wanted to get something of New York in, so we went to Times Square.
So our first night in New York City, and instead of studying my script for Dr. Oz, we're here. Times Square is already midnight New York time, and I have to get ready and be hair and makeup ready by 7:45 a.m. But of course, it's only 9 p.m. in San Diego, and it's a beautiful New York evening. It's not even that cold, so I think we're gonna stay up a little bit longer, but we're right here. Times Square is behind us, and it's a beautiful New York evening. We just love New York City. It's around 7:45 a.m. here in New York City, and my hair and makeup is ready, and we're just waiting for our ride to go to the Dr. Oz show. So the call time that I have to be on the Dr. Oz studio, 7:45 a.m. Eastern time, okay? So that means that is 4:45 a.m. in San Diego. The studio is about, you know, maybe 5 to 10 minutes from here. I studied my lines, and I think we'll be ready. Let's go, let's do it.
So we make it to the ABC studios in New York, and you can't even, buildings in New York, you can't even tell what they are until you're right there. There's a sign of ABC, and there's a big gate. We look like we're going into an alleyway, but we make it there. We check in.
And then we were met by one of the producers, and they brought us to my own green room. It's too cold today.
I know, it's rain. It's warm out, yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you know, restrooms are right here.
Okay.
Coffee and tea rooms right here. And your dressing room's right here. So if you want to come in and get settled, Kathy will be in to see you soon, or Sasha will stop by.
Okay, perfect.
Thank
you.
Yeah, no worries.
Being at the ABC studio is pretty interesting. Like I said, you can't really tell much from the outside, but on the inside they have pictures of all the different shows that they do, and you recognize everybody on the wall.
It was surreal kasi makita mo maglalakad ka dyan, nandyan yung mga picture ni Dr. Oz with Oprah, with all these amazing famous people, and then they're greeting you, hi Dr. Tess.
There's so many familiar faces that you just see that and you know you're in some place. You're at ABC.
Is this for real? Sabi nila, okay, we're gonna get you to hair and makeup. And then I met the producer na was, putting together the segment.
One of the perks of being Dr. Tess's husband is that I get to go on stage or backstage with her.
The Dr. Tess Show.
In my trade, people go to great lengths to look younger and more beautiful. I believe you can retain, enhance, and even turn back the clock without going under the knife.
There is no need for a facelift, a brow lift, or eyelid surgery. The Time Machine uses the latest technology to make you look 10 to 20 years younger without surgery, so you always look natural.
You should try Dr. Tess's Time Machine. I did, and I couldn't be happier.
2014 na naman po. Matagal na akong di nakakabalik sa San Diego. But this time, babalik kami sa Chula Vista. This will be on February 7. Doon po kami sa Rancho del Rey Middle School. So I'll see you there. I'll be with my favorite dermatologist, Tess Mauricio. See you on February 7 sa Chula Vista.
We all have issues with our face and skin at any age. Now stem cell technology can help. Introducing Lifeline, stem cell in a bottle.
I found the most amazing technology. It is stem cell technology. These stem cells are not embryonic.
Sabi nila bumata daw ako. I'm 31 years old, pero I don't look 31 daw. Tsaka nawala yung mga wrinkles, tapos nag-glow yung face ko.
Skin becomes brighter and clearer just after a few days.
I got mine at mbbeautyclinic.com. Get yours today.
The Dr. Tess Show.
They're so happy to see me, like, hi Dr. Tess, and they showed me to my my green room, and I met the producer na was putting together the segment, and sabi nila, we have to glam you down. Too much glamour. And they said, that the West Coast doctors look too glamorized. We have to, make my lips not as red, make my hair not as, baboom. I was like, okay. And so they took me to hair and makeup. But what's interesting was that when the hair and makeup people saw me, they're like, your hair looks great. And your makeup looks fine, because I said, I think they want you to do my lipstick like brown or something like that. And they're like, no, it looks fine. And so, I don't know, hindi sila magkasundo, they couldn't make up their mind. So it's either too glamorous, or the hair and makeup people say, you're fine.
Well, I think she looks good in anything.
So whatever, sinuklay-suklang ng nung hair person my hair, and then yung makeup artist, medyo nilagyan lang niya ng konting, nude color my lips, and then that was it. I was supposed to be done. I think it's because sinabi nila sa akin, you have to be hair and makeup ready by the time you arrive. But I think they're not used to seeing someone who is really hair and makeup ready. And because I've done my own hair and makeup for, the Dr. Tess show, I do it for so many other shows, my local TV shows in San Diego, I really know how to do hair and makeup. So I think that's why parang na-shock sila na, wow, that's Dr. Tess, too glamorous. But I guess that's a compliment in a way, right?
So one of the perks of being Dr. Tess's husband is that I get to go on stage or backstage with her, and for the rehearsal I got to go on set. And I've seen the show many times, and I know what it looks like on camera. But to actually see it live and in person, it's a lot bigger than you could imagine.
It's pretty cool. Just trying to figure out the shots, the graphics, where to stand, and then Dr. Oz in a few minutes. A little nervous. It's like, what am I doing here? It's like, me too. I think that's me. Maybe I'll have my phone. So I have my notes.
So, Dr. Mauricio, what's going to happen is basically there's going to be a series of tables out here.
And there's Dr. Oz. He's like practicing, all the cameramen, there's so many people. And then right there, it's like, here, just practice with Dr. Oz. And we just started practicing, said hello quick, and then business. Practice, practice, practice. But he was so nice. Dr. Oz is so nice, he was so sweet.
You know, it's amazing how much detail they have to pay attention to in the show. One of the things that they rehearsed was there was a prop that they had to use. It was a big beige colored sheet that was supposed to look like skin, and just even the way they had to hold it, where Tess was standing, which step to stand on, which leg to put forward, how wide to open the sheet, how many people she needed to. I mean, every little detail is covered.
I can't believe I'm really doing this with Dr. Oz. Parang natatawa pa ako, you know, with myself. I'm like, is this really happening? Oh, the cutest, sweetest thing that Dr. Oz did for me during the rehearsal is yung nagpa-practice kami ng sheet. So I was holding it, but my phone was with me, you know, kind of kept looking at what I'm supposed to say, right, so that I don't forget. But he actually took my cell phone and he put it in his pocket and he was holding it for me while we're doing this. So talagang very gentleman yan si Dr. Oz, and I can see why people really love him because you know, when I met him, he was genuinely a nice person. And then after our rehearsal, you know, medyo nahihiya pa ako because he's so busy. Sabi ko, Dr. Oz, I'm such a huge fan. Filipinos love you, and I have this show on the Dr. Tess show, and I'd love to take a picture with you because you're not supposed to be taking a picture during the rehearsal in the studio. And he's like, sure. He even put down, you know, all the things that all his paper, and then posed with me.
He is so down to earth. He's so nice. He's so gentle. And when he said hi to me and shook my hand, it really, I mean, I hope he really meant it, but he certainly looked like it. He was very genuine and very down to earth. I really enjoyed meeting him. Tess has done this so many times, you would think that, you know, no big deal. She's nervous every single time.
My heart was pounding. Nagsisweat na yung aking mga hands.
The Dr. Tess Show.
M-Beauty has expanded once again. We are now open in Rancho Cucamonga. You can have your time machine treatment, consultation for tickle lipo. We have our Venus freeze treatment, acne laser treatment, acne scar treatment, and medical grade facials. So if you have any issues from head to toe, come on in and we'll make you look and feel your very best in 2014. Our Rancho Cucamonga office is located inside Island Pacific Market in Rancho Cucamonga. See you there!
I'm so blessed to have a successful career in show business and be a wife and a mother at the same time. After my second child, napansin ko na parang tumaba ako. And I'm so lucky to find the best, si Dr. Tess.
Women's bodies change after childbirth. It's almost impossible to get back in shape after having kids. Our tickle lipo procedure will get that body back.
Ladies, we can get our sexy back.
Dr. Tess, simply the best.
I'm Jennifer, and I'm 58 years old. This was me a month ago. I could hardly look at myself in the mirror. This is me now. I didn't think it was possible, but I feel and I look great. And the best part is that I did it all without having surgery. It's as though I stepped into a time machine and I look 10 years younger. Thank you, Dr. Tess.
You're welcome, Jennifer. If you're like Jennifer and you want to look younger, call one of our M-Beauty clinics near your area. Step into our time machine and we'll bring you back.
The Dr. Tess Show.
It's time. This is for real. It's showtime.
Tess has done this so many times, you would think that, you know, no big deal. She's nervous every single time. I mean, this is a national TV show. So every time she's nervous, but every time she pulls through.
So you nervous at all?
All right, everyone, this side.
So I'm asking her and trying to figure out how to calm her down. There's nothing that you can do. She just needs to get in her little zone. She needs to think about what she's doing, and she's constantly thinking about what her lines are and going over. I mean, you think when you see her talk that it's all spontaneous. Every single word is practiced, rehearsed, and made sure it's delivered exactly the right way.
I love this song. If you don't really know the words, you can sing it, you just kind of bang it.
They're gonna get me soon. My heart was pounding. Nag-sweat na yung aking mga hands. There's so many things going in your head. Dr. Oz is already filming the segments that go before my segment. And then, I'm like, oh my God, this is it. And then, there was a live audience sa Punuyan, so you can hear people clapping after the segment, and I was there waiting to start. Someone in the audience said, Dr. Tess, I love your shoes. So that was a nice boost. We went through different stations, going over the latest supplements or oral pills to help with anti-aging and beauty. So we started off with a supplement called Lipo-Wheat. So Lipo-Wheat is really kind of a natural moisturizer for the skin. So it's very good for people with dry skin, with eczema. You feel like the skin's moisturized. When your skin's moisturized, you notice less wrinkles. So this is one of the new things. So Lipo-Wheat. And then the next station, we talked about oral collagen, because of course the aging process, what happens is we lose collagen, and when we do all of the anti-aging treatments like the Time Machine, what we're doing is we are rebuilding collagen. So the question is, can you take oral collagen to help with anti-aging? And the answer is yes. If you use, the hydrolyzed collagen, you can slow down the aging process and maybe build new collagen as well for anti-aging to look younger. Dr. Oz and I also went to the audience members to do this demonstration with the giant sheet. So the concept is that as we age, as we lose collagen, parang nagiging loose yung sheet. And then as we rebuild collagen, nagta-tighten yan. And so it's like when you pull it, the skin is smooth, there's no wrinkles, there's no lumps and bumps. And so that's kind of the demo that we did. And it was really fun. The audience liked it because Dr. Oz got very close to them. And I loved it because I got to do the demo with Dr. Oz. It was so cool. And then finally, my favorite supplement that we went over is a supplement called Polypodium leucotomos extract, or PLE. So this is the one I've been talking to you about and the people about for almost over a year now. I've done talks about this, and this is the sunscreen pill. It's all herbal product. It's from a fern, and it's been used for centuries in Central America to decrease sun damage. And it basically is like a shield protecting our skin from the ultraviolet radiation. And he loved this. He's never heard of it before. He was very interested, and he was happy to share this information with his audience. So Dr. Oz was very happy with this segment. He actually complimented me during the segment because I talked about me recommending PLE or Polypodium to my 14-year-old daughter. Sabi niya, you have a 14-year-old daughter? You don't look old enough. And so I got a non-solicited compliment from Dr. Oz during my segment. So hopefully they don't cut that out.
I could have been more proud. I mean, she just hit every word and hit every line like she meant it. Looked like she'd been on the show many times. She hit it out of the park. I could have been more proud.
I hope I made everybody proud. I did my very best, and I think it went really, really well.
February 2, 2014, magkita ho tayo sa Sacramento, sa Consumnes River, dun sa College Recital Hall. We'll see you there, alright? Bye-bye. I'm gonna be with my favorite dermatologist, Tess Mauricio. Bye-bye. See you on February 2, Sacramento.
In this business, your face is your number one asset. It's the canvas for all your emotions. How's that for drama?
Hilda Cornell has one of the most beautiful faces in international cinema.
So you want to be sure your face is well taken care of. So I go to the best. I go to Dr. Tess.
We customize our treatments to your individual needs. Our Time Machine program can make you look 10 years younger in a natural way. It's super high-tech and very economical.
Dr. Tess, simply the best.
In my trade, people go to great lengths to look younger and more beautiful. I believe you can retain, enhance, and even turn back the clock without going under the knife.
The Time Machine uses the latest technology to make you look 10 to 20 years younger without surgery, so you always look natural.
You should try Dr. Tess's Time Machine. I did, and I couldn't be happier.
Gabby Concepcion live at the grand opening of M Beauty Rancho Cucamonga.
Suffer from eczema. Ako po, I've had eczema my whole life, and this is your itchiness, yung rash, usually po around the arms, the legs, especially during winter time, and especially with Filipinos because we're so clean, we're always bathing a lot. And if you live in states here in the US na is very dry, there's no humidity, our skin can be very dry and we'll get those rashes and itchy skin. So ang recommendation ko po, if you are eczema prone, try not to overbathe and try not to over scrub the areas that are itchy. Usually what I tell people is put body oil before you go in the shower. Keep your shower temperature not too hot and make it short, less than 5 minutes, and only soap and scrub the areas like your underarms, the private areas, and just let the suds go down in the areas that you have eczema. And then immediately after you get out of your shower, kumuha po kayo, humana po kayo ng cream moisturizer and make sure you moisturize everything very well. And then you do that again in the evening before you sleep. If you have areas that are really itchy, really bad, lagyan po ninyo ng Vaseline and then wrap it with Saran wrap overnight para po ma-moisturize yung areang yun. And if you're still having problem after you do that, consult your dermatologist because there are a lot of really good medications that can help you with the itching and can help your eczema get better quicker. So after the taping was done, I can finally breathe. Too sexy for the show. Too sexy, I know. I mean, the whole night before, the days before, I wasn't sleeping. I was tense. It's Dr. Oz. So finally, after it was done, we got back to our hotel, and I was hungry.
This is New York City, our favorite place. We have tons to do. We've been going all day, and we haven't stopped. And here we are. Guy Fieri is one of our favorite hosts of the Food Channel. We're going to see if he's up to snuff. We're going to tell you if he's worth coming to.
I didn't eat for the night before, that morning. Delicious, perfectly cooked, nice crust, nice flavors, not too overpowering. It's just perfect. It's craving sandwich. Good job, guy. It was really nice. We're just kind of thinking about what happened and really enjoying the time. And now I said, okay, I can now enjoy New York City.
We got to relax and have some fun. We toured the city, we got to eat dinner, we were able to see a really cool musical called Once.
It was the first musical that I actually cried. I cried during the musical. I didn't even cry on my wedding day. James was mad about that.
And one of Tessa's Facebook friends knew the cast members, so we got to do a backstage tour and meet some of the cast members. That was pretty nice.
It was really an amazing experience, and I highly recommend that musical if you're ever in New York City.
And to top it off, we ended up at the top of the Empire State Building.
You know, what's a New York City trip without visiting the Empire State Building? So we're like, let's do this. Let's do the romantic, touristy thing to do in New York City, and that is to go up to the top of the Empire State Building. You've seen this in all the movies, right? You know, Sleepless in Seattle, Breakfast in Tiffany's. I mean, the Empire State Building is iconic. 86 floor, Empire State Building. It's a clear, cold, chilly, windy night in New York City. But it's a perfect night to be in the observatory and view how beautiful New York City is at night. Just check out the view. We're obviously on the inside. We tried walking out there. It's just too windy. We couldn't breathe. So we're enjoying it behind the windows. And so I thought it would be romantic to end our New York City Dr. Oz trip with this. And so we did that. It was freezing cold outside, but we got some good photos, and we definitely ended our trip, you know, on a high note.
All in all, it was a fantastic New York trip.
Going on the Dr. Oz show is one of the highlights of my life. I already know I'm going to list it as one of the top things that I've done. But it's so special that I have James there with me. It was so nice to be on top of the Empire State Building with him and sharing this special moment with him. And so I'm really lucky and I'm really grateful. I really thank God that I have a husband who supports me. We have a ton of fun. We really felt like we were honeymooners there. It's kind of crazy, but we did.